This is season 2 of True and Scary. As of now, you can hear us on Amazon Music. True and Scary, your host, Joseph. Remember to like and subscribe.
Some of the most horrific true crime stories come from serial criminals, killers, rapists, arsonists. But there are some crimes with behavior so bizarre, so unsettling, that they could prevent you from sleeping ever again. While many of these legendary tales get overshadowed by more infamous cases, these 11 terrible true crime cases of years past will remind you that horror comes in all different, terrible shapes and sizes.
The fascination with serial killers can be a complex topic and varies from person to person. There are several reasons why some Americans may be intrigued by serial killers. 1. True crime genre. True crime stories, including those about serial killers, have gained substantial popularity in recent years. Books, documentaries, podcasts, and TV shows dedicated to exploring these cases have attracted a significant audience. People are drawn to the suspense, mystery, and psychological aspects of these stories. 2. Morbid curiosity. Humans have a natural curiosity about dark and disturbing subjects. Serial killers are often seen as aberrations of society, and people might be curious to understand their motives, psychology, and the events that led to their crimes. 3. Psychology and human behavior. Serial killers present a challenging subject for psychologists, criminologists, and behavioral analysts. The study of these individuals can provide insights into the complexities of human behavior, mental disorders, and the factors that contribute to criminal behavior. 4. Media portrayal. Serial killers have been featured in popular culture for decades, providing a fictionalized representation of their stories. Books like American Psycho, and movies like The Silence of the Lambs, have achieved great success, further increasing the interest in this topic. 5. Personal safety and awareness. Learning about serial killers can also fulfill a more practical purpose. Some people may have a desire to understand the methods and patterns of these criminals to protect themselves and their loved ones. However, it's important to note that not all Americans are fascinated by serial killers, and different individuals may have their own unique reasons for finding this subject intriguing.
Welcome to Season 2 of True and Scary. New true and scary stories from around the world. With your host Joseph. Our feature subject this season will be serial killers. Hang tight. After this short break we will kick off this exciting new season. True and Scary.
1. The Boy in the Box. Original police poster of The Boy in the Box. Photo credit, Wikimedia Commons. In February 1957, a college student stumbled upon the remains of a young boy in the woods of Philadelphia and reported his gruesome discovery to the police. The boy was found badly beaten and laid to rest inside an old bassinet box. His identity was unknown. Several people came forward with information relating to the case, but the police were not able to verify anyone's testimony. One woman, Martha, claimed that her abusive mother bought the boy. Under their roof, he was subjected to physical and sexual abuse. What made the police take interest in Martha's story was her knowledge of details that had not been released to the public. She claimed that shortly before the boy was beaten to death, he ate baked beans, which corroborated the autopsy. She also claimed that he was bathed before his death, which matched the coroner's finding of water-pruned fingers. Though Martha's testimony seemed to match the evidence, her substantial history of mental illness made her an unreliable witness. Related, 29 unsolved murders that will send shivers down your spine. Another lead came from a psychic who accurately described a foster home near where the boy had been found, without ever having seen it. Remington Bristow, an employee at the examiner's office, followed the psychic's directions to the foster house. Inside, he discovered a bassinet matching the description of the bassinet box the boy was found in. He also found blankets similar to the one that was wrapped around the boy's body. Because there was no real incriminating evidence against the foster parents, Bristow's findings were dismissed as well. 62 years later, the case of the boy in the box has gone cold. Facial reconstruction technology has provided mock images of what the boy might have looked like alive, but no one has ever come forward to claim him. DNA and dental testing have also been attempted, with no success thus far. The identity of the boy in the box remains unknown to this day. 2. The Icebox Murders. In 1965, Fred and Edwina Rogers were living in Houston along with the grown son, Charles. The family mostly kept to themselves in their quiet neighborhood, especially given Charles's reclusive and antisocial behavior. In fact, many neighbors were not even aware that Charles lived at home with his parents, because he left the house each day before dawn and didn't return until well after nightfall. Related, 10 family horror books. When a family member hadn't heard from the Rogers in several days, he called the Houston police for a welfare check on his elderly aunt and uncle. The patrolmen were unable to locate Fred and Edwina, but they noticed food sitting on the dining room table. They opened the fridge and noticed numerous packages of meat, neatly stacked atop one another. Then they noticed 2 human heads in the vegetable bin. Additional officers arrived on the stomach-turning scene and slowly removed the packages full of dismembered body parts from the fridge. The remains were that of Fred and Edwina Rogers. The police deduced that Edwina had been brutally beaten and shot, while Fred suffered forceful trauma to the head. His eyes had been gouged out and his genitalia removed.
Welcome to Season 2 of True and Scary. New true and scary stories from around the world. With your host Joseph. Our feature subject this season will be serial killers. Hang tight. After this short break we will kick off this exciting new season. True and Scary.
True and Scary. With your host Joseph. Serial killers is our featured topic this season. Thank you for being with us. True and Scary.